yours, Louis Crypto here, back with another Vechain update. And over the past few days, we actually did start to see a dump back down, and we were anticipating that this previous wick over here would actually confirm as support. So if we go to the daily time frame, maybe it'll rejog your memory. Essentially, we had a scare over here where we lost it, but we can see that the direct next candle brought us back inside of this level of support. Equally, I showed you previously, we actually never really lost it. If we mark out this wick over here, can you see it was actually held? But there's too many lines on the screen, so I deleted it. But essentially, we were given the opportunity to break out, which we took. And all we need to do was continue, not just past the moving averages as we did, but past the golden pocket, because previously we were holding it as support exactly there. So we need to really push through it, and we can see we held it exactly as resistance. So we have confirmed it as resistance, and then essentially we're looking to continue lower as we lost the moving averages and these wicks over here. But remember that there was something that stepped in at this price point of 2.75 cent to make us reclaim this level of support over here. So something is stopping us continuing lower at this 2.75 cent point. And so when we actually dipped that back down to there, we failed to lose it, although very scary, because if we scale down to the lower time frames, we can see that this was actually a huge red candle over here. And then just before that 4-hour candle closure, we managed to reclaim, and this over here is called a diamond pattern. So they can equally break down and up. But are there any further clues over here with what's going on? So if I were to start with the moving averages, they're of course telling me that we are bearish because price action is underneath. However, what we need to realize is that if we are to try and flip this trend bullish on the 4-hour time frame, then we need to eventually push through the 200 EMA. And so if this is what's keeping us bearish, then we need to understand if we ever do try and approach it and try and break it, that it makes sense to at least reject it in the short term, just as we've seen over here the last 2 occasions. What we need to worry about is that will these rejections make us continue lower than this low? Because if we do not, it's not working as it should, because this over here is keeping us in a long-term downtrend. If we ever go underneath the 200 EMA on any time frame, we can see we continue with the lower lows. Now, if we reclaim it, that is great. It's the very start of a new uptrend, but we must confirm it as support and then break the high over here. And then we can see we eventually lost it and confirmed it as resistance, sending it lower than this low over here. Can you see? We came up and reclaimed it, lost it, confirmed it as resistance, and eventually lost where we pivoted from, putting in a new low and pivoting. So if this is truly bearish, we will go lower than this low, pivot, and come up again and hit the 200 EMA, go back lower. So if this is truly bullish, as on this first dump that we came away from, we found a level of support. Something stopped us right over here. And if I go to the left, boom, when we first came into the moving averages and started to reclaim them to start this move into the 200 EMA, when we reclaimed the 55, can you see over here? Previously, we were holding the 20 moving average all the time. And it was only when we pushed through the 20 and then came into the 55 for the very first time, we created a resistance as well as a level of support. So we have to go ahead and mark that out. This price point is 2.734 cents, so around that 2.75 cent mark. So as long as we're maintaining this level now, I'm going to go back with no drawings. As long as we maintain this level now, can you see there's a previous resistance here? We actually have an opportunity to break the high again. So we came back down the first time, held the low, and then had a reclaim. This is called an EMA repair, where they failed to form a bearish cross. We had a bullish cross here. Then we went, and then we almost had a bearish cross, confirming further downside as we didn't lose this low. We very quickly held the support, reclaiming it just before we confirmed the bearish cross, giving us an opportunity to continue higher because we are still in a bullish cross. Fortunately, failing to break through and then returning back down to the level of support, which we of course held again. And now we actually did confirm a bearish cross. And so when we come up into the level of resistance, we should of course break lower than this low and lose the range low. So we're not following bearish TA at the moment. Remember, when we reject this, we're meant to go lower than this point. And we've had the opportunity here, we've had the opportunity here, and now we formed a bearish cross and rejected it, confirming it. We're meant to put in a lower low. We can see we created a higher low. This is called a double bottom, and we are currently breaking out. So I am anticipating another move up on the 4-hour time frame for Vechain. Guys, please support the channel, like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're about to hit 8K, under 70 subscribers away, and I think we can hit that in the next day or two. So thank you for the continued support. It really is appreciated. If you could share these videos over on Twitter or to your friend groups or whatever, or into your group chats or whatever, it is so appreciated. That's how we're going to grow as a community. So the next move that I'm expecting, if we can close through in the next 3.5 hours, pretty much we did that actually. We're just coming back down for support. Yeah, so the next move that I'm expecting right now that we have reclaimed these levels, is a push to the 200 EMA around 2.9 cent. And again, guys, we need to push through this 200 EMA and of course stop what should be going on, which is downtrend continuation. This could still continue. Remember, while we're underneath this, we're meant to go lower than this point. We have failed to do that. Can we take this opportunity, break through the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, flip that bullish, and then for the daily time frame, turning on the moving averages, turning on the drawings again, that would actually be us pushing through the daily moving averages that have just formed a bearish cross. Remember, guys, when you form a bearish cross and we confirm it, we're meant to put in a new low, and we're not doing that. Can we now take this opportunity to close daily candles above it? It's not necessarily going to be today, but over the coming days, can we break through this level and flip it back into support? This would of course validate this diamond pattern as we are currently breaking out. It would give it more validity if it is also above the, of course, the moving averages. And then for the technical target itself, going from the low to the high, we're breaking out at the moment. It's taking us to the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is then that next level that needs to be reclaimed. But this is a very good first step of flipping this whole daily trend bullish again and breaking the high eventually, because what we need to see is a reclaim of this golden pocket. And we're now spotting a pattern over here. As long as we can hold this low and break through the moving averages, we will reclaim this level of resistance that was previous support. And that's what we need to see, because as we reach the target, we fall back to this as support, maybe range a little bit, but we must continue to hold it. We need to let the moving averages catch up and then of course break through, and that would mean that this downside that happened was all just to catch everyone out. We are still above the 200 EMA. You don't necessarily need to go down to it. We met the first target over here, bounced, reclaimed the key support, the 1 fib level. We're now putting in that higher low, got a diamond pattern to take us back above the golden pocket and eventually surpass 3.5 cent, breaking this high that is at 3.9 cent, taking us to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 cents eventually. Guys, that's it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and please do share these updates over on Twitter. It really is appreciated. And yeah, don't forget, I've got a giveaway at the moment over on Twitter, so follow me there and check out the requirements to enter the giveaway. I've also got discounts at the moment on my course mentorship plan. I've also got a Discord community you can access 2 months for free. If you take action on the course or mentorship discounts, you can equally just join the chat anyway. Whether you want to pay monthly or yearly, that is discounted. And I've also got an ebook just as a starter thing. The Discord and the ebook is a very great way to start out, and then to further yourself, I think the mentorship is the best option, because you're gaining the course totally free. You're gaining 2 months in the chat for free on top of your 3, 5, or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. That's it from me today, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.